Hey guys, so I reached the cabin on the cruise, our stateroom, and this is what it looks like. It's very small, but it's nice. It's a nice size. It's, I believe, a king size, and it has two couches, a little desk here where I can do my makeup for the day, and this is a connecting room to our family members, but it's locked. And this is the closet, the safe. I'm very hyped. I cannot wait to show you the rest. I'm going to try to record as much as possible. I'll show you the bathroom in a minute. It is occupied. And then here, let me show you over here. This is, so we have a window that oversees the businesses on the 5th floor. So you have the bars. Let me show you. You have the bars, you have restaurants, cafes, and all that good stuff. So I am so hyped that we're gonna be able to get all you can eat for the duration of the cruise. And if I haven't said it, we are sailing to Greece. See you in a bit. I also forgot to mention that we also got a small gift from our travel agent. So thank you so much, Erica. And this is what she sent. My favorite. So I'm going to cover them because I'm not ready to eat them, but let me show you the bathroom, because I didn't show you the bathroom earlier. It's very small, but it's very cute. It has a standing shower. It's very clean. So this is what it looks like. See you soon. I didn't get to vlog the rest of the evening. We started sailing about 7:30, 8 o'clock. And so after that, after we settled in, we went to dinner, and then we went to a show. My mom and I went to this show at one of the theaters on the ship. The only reason why I didn't vlog was because it was prohibited. So we were told that we couldn't take any photos or take any video clips during the performance, but it was an acrobat show. It was quite interesting, and it lasted about an hour. It started at 10:30, I believe. No, at 10 o'clock, and it ended at 11. And after that, I just went to bed. So we got a good night rest and got ready for the second day on the ship. And we were heading to Kotor, Montenegro. And that's an island near Croatia. And we got up really early to have breakfast and just sit out by the pool. And I'll show you what I did. Yep. I got up early, we had breakfast, and we started walking around the ship, exploring, and we just landed up hanging out by the pool. I didn't have a bathing suit or anything. I just lounged in my shorts and a shirt and just sipped on virgin strawberry daiquiri. And it was so nice. It felt so relaxing, and like I didn't have a care in the world, and I didn't have anywhere to rush to, and I was just enjoying the moment. And when I tell you that it hit the spot in that heat, it was the bomb. And while we were waiting to dock, actually we were still sailing when I took this picture, and I was just in awe of the ocean and the magnificence that God has created, because only He can make something so beautiful. I definitely was not prepared to see the beauty in front of me when we docked, and I quickly had to take a photo with that backdrop. When I said God makes magnificence, I mean, this was just majestic. This is Old Town Kotor, and Actually, there are people who reside in this old town. When we got there, I didn't know what to expect, what type of money, what language, but I quickly learned that they use euros and they speak in Croatian and Serbia, and they are the friendliest people. The only thing that I thought of when I saw the apartments like on the hills and in the mountains, I just wondered where the hospitals were because I didn't see that. I mean, honestly, we didn't get to see the entire island, but even from afar, I didn't see any hospitals or anything like that. And I wonder how people got around, up in the hills because there were houses up in the hills. And in a minute, you'll see because I took some video of Old Town. So let me show you. Here, we had just gotten off the boat and we needed to find our way to the other side of the road. So we had to go on this underground passage. It looks like a train station, to be honest with you, but it's not. It's just a walkthrough. And you see the gentleman right there in the white, they are waiting for, and also in the blue, they are waiting for tourists to come through. And they offer you private tours. So you can get a tour on the ship, like an excursion, or you can, walk around yourself and, move on your own. So we opted to get a private tour. I was actually scared, to be honest with you, because I don't know these folks. And I'm not saying that they're bad or anything, but I just, we didn't know. I didn't want to get scammed or anything like that. But my mom and my brother trusted these folks enough to say, okay, let's do a private tour. So that gentleman in blue that you saw earlier, he went to get his car and he drove us around Old Town Kotor. He took us to the bay and we had to take a smaller boat to get to another island. Well, there were two islands and I'll show you in a minute because I also took a videotape of that. And what we're looking at is the ancient city walls. And what I read was that Kotor is renowned for its well-preserved city walls, which stretch for about 2.8 miles, and it dates back to the 9th century. It is amazing how old they are and how well-preserved they are. Here we were already on a hill, and you see that boat in the middle of the bay? Yeah, that's our Royal Caribbean. So in order for us to get to the smaller islands, we had to take a smaller boat. This is just a small clip of what the bay looks like and the docking port where the smaller boats collect folks. And those are the two man-made islands that we were going to visit. Well, we only visited one, to be honest with you. It was pretty packed that day. There were a lot of folks who wanted to visit the smaller islands. So we definitely weren't the only ones. And we were able to secure a smaller boat with other tourists, and we're heading to one of the two islands. So let me tell you about the two islands. The two islands that you see here, the one to your left has a monastery, and the one to the right is where we're heading, and it has a Catholic church. So it has a lot of significance because a lot of the folks here are Catholic. So what we did was I looked it up, right? And it talked about the Bay of Kotor Islands. And it said that the Bay of Kotor is dotted with several islands, each of with its own unique history and charm. And the most famous was Our Lady of the Rocks. And these are artificial islands. The one that we're going to is an artificial island with a Catholic church. St. George's Island, which is the home of Benedictine Monastery. That's the one I was telling you about. That's the monastery is to your left and the Catholic church is to your right. I'm fast forwarding a little bit. Well, I'm speeding this portion because it literally took us 15 minutes to get to the island, and I'm not gonna have you wait 15 minutes for us to get there. So, but as you can see, as we get closer, can you just appreciate like the mountains behind the church? It's just, everything about this trip to Montenegro was just so magical. And as you can see, as we approach the dock, you see more tourists there. So the boats leave I believe, every hour, they said. So we were allowed to stay there for about an hour, and then they came to get us. And they were right on time. They took us back to the other side, and I'll show you in a minute. But I took these photographs that I want to share. Then this is in the inside of the church, and it was just so beautiful, and I felt so peaceful in there. We quickly jumped on our boat that was waiting for us and taking us back to the mainland. As you can see, that's where all the shops are, and we definitely stopped to get some refreshments. I didn't want to leave, but I knew that eventually we would have to go back, to the ship. So, but before that, I had a nice little beer. It was a dark ale, and it was delicious. You know what it reminded me of was a Negra Modelo. And yeah, that's how we ended our day in Kotor, Montenegro. And when I tell you that I didn't want to leave, I wanted to stay a little longer, but I knew that we had to sail again that evening, and so we had to go back. But you know what? I loved every minute of it. By the time we got back on the boat, it was time for dinner time, and I was able to appreciate the sunset by the window. And I said bye to Kotor, but maybe, who knows, maybe one day I'll go back. So if you like this video, like, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you in my next adventure in one of the Greek islands. Thanks for watching.